Hello everybody, Brian here at quantlabs.net. Today is December 9th. We are a go on YouTube. Alright, so I am going to cover in this video a couple of very popular topics. We've got two videos on TA-Lib, installing it, and I'm going to go through some of the comments of some of the more popular videos I've put out in the last few years. Both of these are from 2018. So I'll address those. I'll also go over where we're at today in 2021 with TA-Lib, and any other consensus I can give you as well. Alright, so in my YouTube channel, I've got two popular videos. Well, not popular, but for my YouTube channel, they're popular, okay? So here's this one, how to use TA-Lib with Python for technical analysis trading. And always helps to transition to the proper screen. Alright, so as I said, we have how to use TA-Lib with Python for technical analysis back in February 2018. It's still valid. We also got this other video, most reliable candlestick patterns with TA-Lib Python demo. Okay. So let's play catch up to where we're at, okay? First of all, TA-Lib. A lot of people may not know about this. This is for Python. It's a C++ library that you build, and then you use that as a dependency to build and wrap around in Python the famous TA-Lib in C++. So in here you'll find all the different indicators. A lot of them, it's over a couple hundred. These can be useful. Some are right, some of them are wrong. But they're useful. I think the most useful out of all of them that most people may not know is this one, pattern recognition, which is just another fancy way of saying candlestick. Okay, so there's a lot here. There's probably, I don't know, 50. Out of these, which ones are reliable, which ones are not? I've got another post on my website, quantlabs.net blog, quantlabs.net/blog, and all you gotta do is just do a search on, I think reliable might be a good term. Let's see if it pulls up anything here. No, it always helps to maybe candlestick as well. But I do have something here. So I can't remember the name of the source. Very useful. So if you're looking for reliable, here we go, I think this might be it. What are the most accurate candlestick pattern for market reversal? So in here we've got an article on where to go. So these are some of the comments that I've got that I've used. Like for instance, Marabuzzo I've talked about. This is really good, most reliable out of all of them. 3 outside, matching low, so on. Okay, and in there I'm sure you can probably find the resource. I can't remember it, but I'm gonna move on. Okay, don't hate me for it. So that is what I've really relied on. So if you have a way to scan multiple of these to get your results and make sure you really understand this video here that I'm referring to. Let me just go to this URL here. So again, what I'm talking about, most reliable candle patterns with TA-Lib Python demo. Okay, because I didn't realize TA-Lib is this popular in Python for trading. But as I said, Marabuzzo is really good. It's the most reliable here. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So in here, this is what you want right here, the pattern site. Okay, here this guy spent a ton of time, Balkowski spent a ton of time going over each pattern, which one's reliable, which one's not. So I'll let you go through that drill to figure that out, but that's where to go. Okay, so again, that's the patternsite.com for candlesticks, because that's what people have been looking at on my site and on my videos. Okay, so that's probably the most useful thing you can get out of TA-Lib. All right, so as I said, we have here the documentation on GitHub, which is right here. So again, what we've got here are the different patterns, like hundreds of them. There's a comment about how to know which ones are which and da-da-da. I'm going to cover that right now. But before I continue, I cover this sort of stuff in my Python course. This one right here. If you want to know how to build a trading bot in Python for analysis, which is perfect for analysis, doesn't matter what asset class, how you get the data, as long as you get the data and then use TA-Lib to analyze it. And from what I'm seeing, candlestick is probably the most popular part of TA-Lib. So you can come here on my store, just look for this Python course. It shows you how to build a trading bot. I've already talked about enough of the execution with MotiveWave, the trading platform. But let's move on. Okay, so now what I want to go over are the comments that I've been getting on these videos. So you can see here I've got 26. I haven't. This is like an older video. I really don't pay a lot of attention to. So I thought if people want to stick around and watch this, please do. If you're gonna drop off, what I would recommend is get on my newsletter. Okay, if you want more tutorials like this, I'm gonna be sending more out. quantlabs.net/contact. You can get that more on my daily newsletter if you engage with everything, so you can learn more. But let's go through the comments as I said. So for the first video of the two, again, how to use TA-Lib with Python for technical analysis trading. So this goes all the way back to 2018. Excellent video. Can you create an example of how to implement moving average with TA-Lib in Python? One thing I'll say about TA-Lib is there are lots of different averages here. Can't remember, maybe it's momentum. But if you know how to do the crosses, classic 5-day, 20-day, you can easily do that and be able to work off of that. But that's something I could probably put together, depending upon how popular this is. Do you know how to highlight candlesticks pattern using TA-Lib in Backtrader? TA-Lib, I've seen some documents on that with Backtrader. See, here's the problem with backtesting. If I want to backtest something, so for instance, let me just do something very quick here. I have developed my, this is why I use MotiveWave, just to highlight what I'm doing here. So if I'm going to do a backtest, what I can do here is I can open up a new, what they call an optimizer. See if I can remember to do it. I think it's this one. So we'll call this test optimize. Just as an example, I will choose this one. Okay. So here's our test optimize. So here I should be able to do an optimize on the back test. Strategy optimizer. I think that's what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. So here I am. I'm going to create a new backtest within MotiveWave. So let's say I've developed or have a strategy in development in MotiveWave. So let's say I just go with mine. Okay, this is a MACD ATR trailing stop strategy. This is my own strategy. Just to give you a quick demo, I can do a backtest, optimize, or a walk forward. Okay, so out of that, this is why I prefer doing it this method versus hand coding it in like Backtrader with Python or the other TA-Lib itself, because this is kind of very fast. Watch. So I've got my setup. I got my my position, my average type, my trading options as well, trading lot size. But I'm just going to go with the default as I usually do. So now I'm going to add in all my available, all of my available. So I have, let's say, 6 instruments right now from Kraken. If I'm doing crypto. Watch this. So go next. I can do a bar size of 1 day. I'm going to keep this much smaller just for demo purposes. Let's see here. What can I do? I am going to do September 21. I am going to do, so I'm going to actually go, well, I'm not doing too good with this here. Okay, so let me just stick with September 21. Okay. I'll just put this at the end here, the 30th till now, which is December 8th, I believe. So 2 months of data. See how fast it will generate. So we're going to put in actual execution starting with a $100,000 portfolio. I can add in slippage if I want. Off she goes, it runs. So this is going to be across 6 different strategies. So there's my back test. There's my back test results right there. So I know, even though it's not a lot of money, from that I'll get maybe $5 on this particular pair, which is Bitcoin, and then I also can get maybe a couple of bucks with XRP, a couple of bucks with Litecoin. So that's based upon those coins that move, right? And then I can look at the different execution and when they happen, and not only that, that's the back test. So you can see how fast it is, what asset I want, is this strategy profitable, is it available for me, for what time frame is optimal as well. So I can go back now, okay, and I can tweak it, I can optimize it, and then I can do a walk forward. So this is all back tested starting from the end of September till today's date, December 8th. So this is about two months worth. So now we're going to do a walk forward projecting the same data, everything. So here's what it thinks where I'll make most money. Again, on Bitcoin, and that's probably it. Okay, so just to give you an idea how fast you can do back testing, no TA-Lib, no backtester, none of that. That's why if you factor in when you're hand coding with Backtrader or Python, you're wasting your time because of this, because of the extra speed on that. Hopefully that'll help you out. Do you know how to highlight candlestick patterns using TA-Lib and Backtrader? Wow, this Backtrader is popular. Oh no, I missed one. Can you create an example of how to implement Hall Moving Average with TA-Lib and Python? From what I understand, there probably is Hall Moving Average, but again, you can do one of two things with TA-Lib. Sorry, with TA-Lib, but again, I'm just already getting a headache trying to figure out how to hand code it. But what I will tell you is, guess what? You can create a strategy, okay? You want to do a Hall Moving Average. Guess what? There's a Hall Moving Average already in MotiveWave. Build out a strategy, and then do the back testing as I've shown you. So why bother doing Python and TA-Lib? Just saying, right? That's why I prefer now to do this with TA-Lib. I mean, sorry, but that's just the way it is, right? You should test all of the TA-Lib indicators. This is what I was referring to before. You should test all the TA-Lib indicators and give them all scores. A lot of people spend a lot of time going through every indicator one by one. It takes forever to find the good ones. I bet a video like that would get a lot of views. You're probably right. But I've kind of already done that with MotiveWave, because with MotiveWave you can visually see everything against an asset or a chart. So for instance, if I close this up, okay, and open up a new chart. So let's say if I'm going to load up Bitcoin Cash, just as an example, okay, go to the daily, right? I've got all these studies I can apply them to, okay, and then just go over each one. So let's say if I want to choose that hull, right, just as an example, and I can combine other strategies on top of this, right? So here we have hull, and I can look to see if these studies work just visually eyeballing these charts and with the study or indicator. What I can tell you is that a lot of those indicators that you mentioned, and I'm talking about 95%, I hate saying are useless. And the reason I say that is because they lag. RSI is good because that's more in real time, but when I say they lag, by the time you try to predict a move out of it, it's too late. Especially if you're on a 5-minute or a minute chart. You might be okay on a 15-minute chart, but usually they lag. Okay, I just want you to understand that. So there are certain indicators that you can use, but if you're going to go through that process, do not use at all TALib or Backtrader or whatever, because with a platform like MotiveWave, you'll instantly see when they lag, and that's a huge problem. And like I said, 95% of them lag. Can you please make a video on how to install the TA-Lib or provide info on how to install TA-Lib on Mac using preferable pie chart? I don't use IDEs. I just find them overkill. Also with TA-Lib on Mac, it doesn't matter. I think I've got a video actually. Maybe one of these two videos might cover it. I can't remember. But there's so many places to go to learn how to install TA-Lib. But I'm just giving you a high level of stuff. Your course available on Udemy? See what I said. This is back 7 months ago. Oh yeah, I put up my own shop on there, which is a different location. Doesn't matter anyways. Hi Brian, it's not easiest to use CCX to grab data using TA-Lib on it. Thanks. Okay, now what do I do? That's what I do. That's for now, okay? Sorry I did not pay attention. Are you sure TA-Lib can extract accurate stochastic RSI values like the ones from TradingView and be able to put it into force settings on TradingView too? Because by using a bot cryptosig, they have a wrong value, and any site would be good. I will tell you right now, a lot of the results I'm finding with TA-Lib or any platform really can be inaccurate, even on MotiveWave. But look at, like with the earlier Q&A, you gotta actually. Zoom's telling me I'm about to subscribe. Well, who cares about Zoom? Anyways, that you will basically lose out on using whatever you use without MotiveWave, because with MotiveWave it's much easier. As I said, you see it visually, and all of this stuff is just mumbo jumbo. And if it's accurate or not, that's a different story. But generally, from a visualization at least, you can rely on that, and you don't obviously get that with hand coding, and blah blah blah. I'll try to ask a dev and use CCXT TA-Lib for the results. I have a couple of courses that cover that. Yes, I do. I just mentioned it here on the store. Again, that is on quantlabs.net/shop for the proper new link. This one here, the Python I'm talking about here. So that kind of covers that. But again, for analysis, Python's fine, but depends what asset class. But you're probably better off to do it for expedience sake to go on a platform like MotiveWave. Okay, so don't be hesitant to point. So I've got them the link, same product, just referring them to the Python store. Is TA-Lib the best library in Python? I don't think so. Sure, I mean billions, yeah, obviously sarcasm. Thanks for the response. I'm evaluating the difference between TA-Lib and TA9. I think TA-Lib is better. It's obviously it's more popular. You might be right I find it less painless to work with Python versus C++. See, everyone's going to have pain regardless if you're using TA-Lib and Python versus a platform. There is a version of Python that is resident to the collaboratory in Google. So TA-Lib is, I guess, the standard in Google. That's a big deal. As such, this virtual programming, can TA-Lib be adapted to use in a virtual programming environment? Sure. I've used Vultr, the cloud server, and you're just basically getting a Linux server, and if it runs on my local Linux, it'll run on a cloud Linux. So virtually it should work. Sorry, I have no idea. Well, I think it would work. Okay, thanks for your response. Yes, you can use them on Google Colab, so other person did. Now somebody asked, is this only for Forex? No, this can be on any asset class, as I said here. How to ramble without ever doing what the title suggests. Of course, we get our self-entitled people. That's fine. Too much random window switching, which is distracting. Okay, that's fair enough. I get that. Okay, let's go on to the next video. Most reliable candlestick pattern with TA-Lib. So you have 13 comments here, 3 questions, I guess. Nice explanation. Will TA-Lib with Python 3.7? As far as I know, I'm using, let's see here, Python version. So I'm using 3.69. I don't see why it should be any different. Okay, let's see. Does TA-Lib have a zigzag indicator? And I said no. That's why I brought in MotiveWave. But new to MotiveWave is, let me get rid of that, and let's go back to the Bitcoin here. Okay, so there's Bitcoin. So in a study, you can find a zigzag. Let me just go back up. Here, study, again, indicator. So I'm going to search for it. So we get a zigzag. There we go. So we have a zigzag oscillator and a zigzag itself. So with an overlay, let's see here. So here's the zigzag. Here are all your default parameters. So check it out. Like to program that is difficult. This is why, for me, I think this is very overwhelming. Like that's even worse. Let's see the 1 minute. So this is a combination with Fibonacci, but let's look at it. I've been interested in these pivot points, but study draws lines between low and high points that represent movements greater than the given percentage. But at the end of the day, if this is useful, what I will tell you, it's tough to code these. And as you just saw, I could do it within a second, okay? And you can get source code for this, I believe, as well. A lot of the strategies you can. So that's why I like MotiveWave over things like Backtrader and TA-Lib as well. So let's go back to our questions. I think that's it, right? Yes, no? Where are my questions? Yes, that's it. Okay, so again, if you like what you're seeing here and you're close to the end, the best thing to do is to get on my email list. I'll put up more videos like this at quantlabs.net contact, or if you want to know more about this, the product for Python that includes TA-Lib, what I would recommend is checking out this product here at quantlabs.net/shop, and just look for the Python infrastructure course. It's to help you build a trading bot, and at least get you to the analytical part, and then you can do what I do and allow the MotiveWave to be used for the execution. And crypto, it's a little harder to do 100% MotiveWave because it's so random, but a lot of other asset classes, slower paced, or a lower, slower time frame, you can definitely use MotiveWave 100%, I think. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. We shall talk to you later. Have a good day.